Hello and welcome to the next tutorial, this time in regards to the best warrior general available. Meekah is always on top and is assumed to be the best warrior general when confidence will win, leadership is applied. He is an excellent warrior general. I just want to show you a few things here that I did, a few calculations that I put together regarding Gabrielle, Meekah, and Deianira. First, this is kind of a large spreadsheet here, and I'm just going to show you. There's a lot of calculations here, a lot of numbers, but I'll break it down for you. Okay. First off, we have an example that I take, and the base damage is 100 damage per token to the direct target. This is just confidence, not whirlwind being used. So this is just confidence since we're comparing Meekah and his bonus, since he has the confidence bonus. Let me just switch over here and give you a little rundown here. Confidence will give you plus 10 bonus damage for each victory. It is available in the guild shop. If you lose or there's a defeat on yourself, there will be 10 bonus damage taken away from you. So it would be plus 10 with Meekah up to 90 bonus damage, and if you switch out a general, it'll automatically go down to 50 because 50 is the max bonus damage with confidence with a regular general. But with Meekah, he does bring it to 90. As we go down a little bit here. For each duel victory by the warrior, either offensively or defensively, a bonus damage of plus 10 is gained until the cap default is 50. In turn, the damage bonus decreases by the same amount for every defeat until there is no more bonus damage, so basically to 0. Defeat is not limited to duel defeats. Buffs and debuffs will also decrease the confidence bonus. So basically, if you are polymorphed, if you're confused, if poison is placed on you, wound or sentinel, if you're healed, if revive is placed on you, those will all count as a defeat for you. So you will lose, and your confidence will go down. So let me go back to the spreadsheet here and show you the warrior. This part on the left, the warrior base damage calculation in a 1-hour festival battle, assuming that all 21 tokens used are victories. Okay. Again, this is 100 damage per token. I'm just using that as a standard 100. I know the damage can be less or more, but this is just a base damage for calculation purposes since it's easier to do that. If we scroll down, we're going to look at Gabrielle. Her damage per token with all victories starts at 130. That's because of 30 additional bonus damage that she gives if she has Deianira as her equipment piece. So she starts at 130, while Meekah, as a regular general hitting, starts at 100. Confidence does not come into play until the second token. The first token activates it. The second token increases it by 10. So as you can tell here on with Deianira, on the first token 120, she does 20 bonus damage, so she adds 20 onto the 100. Meekah does not. Gabrielle adds 30. That's her bonus damage. So as we go along here, we're going to see the numbers increase. There goes the pictures, but you'll get the gist of it here. I'll show you the totals. 130. These are, again, is a 1-hour festival battle, assuming all 21 tokens used are victories. So these are all victories. 130, 140 is the next token, 150, 160. If you compare that with Meekah, his goes to 110, 120, 130, 140. Well, if you look over at the same token with Gabrielle, she's already at 170 damage because of her bonus damage. Deianira is at 160 already, and Meekah's at 140. So Meekah's bonus damage hasn't come into play yet. So, and again, this is the best case scenario for Meekah, since it's all victories. So if we go down the list, right here, this would be token number 20, and Gabrielle's been at 180 for a while, a standard 180 all the way across. Meekah hits 190 way after Gabrielle has 180, and as well as Deianira with her 170. So, as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just basically 5 additional tokens of 50 extra damage just by that right there. Just by those extra tokens. But if you go way back, you'll see the additional damage that has been done at the beginning. It's just an amazing start from Gabrielle and from Deianira. Gabrielle was just obtained in the past arena for Vanguard rank. Now, if you look at the totals, here's the damage total after a 1-hour festival battle. All 21 tokens used, all victories. 3,630. That's damage for Gabrielle on the enemy. 3,540 for Meekah, with top confidence all the way through, all victories. Deianira, 3,420, all the way through, all victories. Gabrielle is the clear winner for a festival battle if they were all victories. Now, if they were all losses, it would be the same outcome. It would be even worse for Meekah, because he would lose the confidence damage, and if he loses many times, it would go down so much more, where there's a bottom cap for both Deianira and Gabrielle because of their bonus damage. Not to mention their defense. If they're stunned, they're still dealing 30 damage, additional damage for Gabrielle, and 20 for Deianira. So they're still dealing that. So this is the best case scenario for Meekah, and unfortunately he comes in second. And Deianira is not that far behind. Now, if we move over here to the right, and we do a warrior base damage calculation in a 1-hour festival battle, assuming 11 straight first victories, and the last 10 tokens are losses. We did 100 damage per token to the direct target. Whirlwind is not used again. This is just confidence. The total for Gabrielle comes out to be 3,230 damage. The total for Deianira is 3,020, and Meekah is 3,000 even. So again, Meekah comes in third. That's with first 11 straight victories, getting confidence up there, and then the last losses. So if you look at the damage comparison here, a 1-hour festival battle, that's 230 damage difference. That's a rogue hit right there. So Gabrielle is clearly taking charge in this case, and Deianira is in certain circumstances the better option. Now, there are going to be people that are going to say, well, Meekah's better going to top. Once he's at confidence, his top confidence, he's gonna override and be the winner. That may be the case if it's a perfect situation. So, and that's what I put together here in the last example. The warrior-based damage calculations for a full 5-hour guild battle, assuming all victories. Very improbable, but I did this to show Meekah's ability and to prove or disprove if Meekah would win over Gabrielle in this case. So here are the calculations. Let's see. 190, 190, 340, 340, 360. Okay, so we did 3540, 3630, 3420, 190 times 38 tokens equals 7,220. 10,760 total damage was for Meekah. That's what the total came out to be right there for Meekah. Now, again, this is all victories through a 5-hour guild battle. Very improbable because of the polys and the confuse and the sentinel and revives and all the stuff that causes defeats on a warrior. Indirect defeats. Nothing, not just a hit and a loss, but something that an ally places a sentinel on a warrior and causes a defeat on accident. Maybe the ally didn't know. Well, there goes this whole calculation right here, and it will go and it could change everything. So for totals right there, 10,760 total damage for Meekah, 10,470 total damage for Gabrielle, and 9,880 for Deianira. Now, if you look at both of these, this is a perfect situation for Meekah, and he's barely winning. He or she is barely winning by about 300 damage. That's it, through a 5-hour guild battle. That's still a rogue hit through the whole thing, and you have to worry about keeping it at top confidence the whole time, not losing. You have to worry about your allies placing bugs on you the ally bugs of Revive and Sentinel. Where Gabrielle, you can just equip her the whole time, keep her there, and also use her as a defense general. So when you're stunned, she's still dealing that additional 30 damage back to them. That's amazing. Meekah's not doing that. When Meekah's stunned, he's going to have to switch over to some kind of defense general like Gabrielle or Daphne, and it's just not. Then the confidence is lost, and then all his calculations on his side go haywire, and they go down. So overall, to keep a general equipped, I would definitely choose Gabrielle over any warrior general at this point. Amaron, like I said, it didn't include because I didn't do a whirlwind damage, but the calculations with whirlwind would obviously increase with the side damage being done. I did do a calculation sheet on that separately, and Amaron comes in to be about third or fourth out of all these generals, out of these current three and Amaron. What we don't know right now is our Whirlwind 2 and Whirlwind 3 are out, but we don't know the stats of them. I did a calculation of that by many tests that were done by fellow players, and I did come up with some percentages of what the whirlwind is now in the splash over damage. So I'll do that probably in another video once we find out the whirlwind, because I don't want to do I don't want to guess what the ability is, and then make a video on it. So, but for right now, this is just confidence, since Meekah's ability is to increase confidence, and many people thought that he is the best. Which, if you're looking at this direct calculation in front of you in this spreadsheet for a full 5-hour guild battle, all victories, he is the best. But in most cases, 99.9% of the time, he's not going to be the best due to circumstances out of anybody's control. Normal guild battle circumstances of losing once in a while for whatever reason that may be, and also being stunned and using a defense general. I mean, Gabrielle is just really unbeatable. And, the calculations here took me a long time to do, and hopefully they provide some insight to the warriors out there who maybe want to choose which one to go with. And, hopefully this provides evidence that Gabrielle is really the best choice, both offensively as a warrior and defensively as a warrior. If you have not obtained Gabrielle, you cannot anymore, since she was the Vanguard rank in the arena. Meekah you can still purchase as a monthly, so it's actually a decent deal. And Deianira you can purchase in the guild shop. So you have those two choices if you don't have Gabrielle. But again, this spreadsheet hopefully will provide some insight for all the warriors, the current warriors, and the ones who want to switch to a warrior, and to also show that warriors now are really a force to be reckoned with, because the damage that can be done by by this class is actually tremendous, and many people don't know that yet. But I'm going to make another video including whirlwind leadership, and we're gonna show that once they get going in their hits and the confidence increases, and the whirlwinds in there and the leadership's in there, that they're really doing some rogue hits constantly, and they're hitting 3 targets at once and not just one. So I'm going to go into that a bit more later, but this is the end of this video for now, and hopefully again this provides some insight for all of you. And if you have any questions, leave a comment. Thank you.